They were down at one of Sayreville's other Catholic churches, Our Lady of Victories. It started in 1885. The bells of 6 o'clock. Well, we're going to take a little short riding journey through kind of what I think is kind of the unique little part of old Sayreville, Tangletown. And as you can see here, such narrow little streets here, and it's a tangle of streets. You know, that's how I got a little nickname, Tangletown. You know, I don't know how a fire truck can ever get back here, some of these smaller streets. This is definitely part of the old Sayreville. Something everybody remembers is back on the other side of Washington Road was Sayreville Bar. Now that was where you want to get some Italian food, stuffed shells. No longer, it's been gone. I guess maybe 10 years, maybe a little longer than that. But going on Smullen Street.
Shout out to little John and Aaron who grew up here, and Donna.
Yeah.
Brewer Pelham.
Little John's brother, Chester, I used to work with. We were volunteers on the first aid squad. But as you can see, these are the kind of neighborhoods you don't really see in the South or Midwest or out West. Just really your old northeastern kind of little towns. Where little towns sprung up and then got bigger and bigger and spread out and spread out. But again, like I said, the city now is maybe about 45,000 people. It's kind of stayed that kind of number all the time. Wilson School.
Still in use as an elementary school, K
Really?
through 3.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. At the one time, this was the high school, and then it was the junior high school, and now it's an elementary school.
I'm sure some of y'all
1930.
been there, gone to school through there. All right, just thought we'd give you a little ride around Tangletown, Sayreville. All right, we're here at home of the Sayreville Bombers. Alan graduated in 1974. I graduated in 75. That's how we knew each other through our high school years back in the lower Sayreville area. Some changes here. You got, New Jersey was kind of one of the first big promoters of solar panels. You see, they're in a parking lot for the seniors, as Alan said, they're senior parking. Students over here doing solar paneling.
Most about this building has changed since we were here.
Pretty similar.
The original A-wing is original, the one that is right here. The rest of the building is totally changed. It's about twice the size as when we went through. We had one gymnasium. They've got one gymnasium and 2 auxiliary gyms. The cafeteria is 3 times as big as when we were here. The kids have got a lot more stuff that they could do than we had opportunity to do. So I hope they're taking advantage of it.
I'd be interested to know, maybe in the comments, if you've seen his YouTube video, is what is the graduating class sizes of now, last year, the last couple of years. Because when I graduated in 75, we were like 530, 540 graduating.
550 here.
So, and we thought that was huge back in the day, but I think that may be normal, the norm, maybe small. But again, a lot of good memories here. I enjoyed it. Got me on to where I go on toward college and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But right across the street here is Kennedy Park. Been here, I think it's back in the 70s. Used to be the old clay pits that would go all the way across to Main Street. One thing too I wanted to mention, I thought was kind of unique that I remember, I don't know if Alan does, but back in high school or the junior high years, I can remember seeing, I guess even here, the World Trade Center being built over in New York City.
Yeah, we could do.
You look out over the trees, and on very clear days or dark, you can see the tower, World Trade Center towers. So I always thought it was pretty cool, to have that memory of seeing it being built in the early 70s and then seen it for the last, those 20-something years, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our education area. We're going to go on down. I think next stop is John Bon Jovi.
Yep.
But again, let me say that's not his real name. Most of y'all know that. John Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
They changed it over to Bon Jovi to make it easy for Hollywood and I guess copy music and all that. So again, you remember the days when MTV had the big contest to give away his house. That's where we're going to go. Alan thinks he knows where it is. We'll rely on him to show us.
16 Robin Hood Drive.
And that's another little section of Sayreville. A lot of little sections of Sayreville. You know, we left Tangletown, Lower Sayreville, Lower Main Street. We're back near the area of Laurel Park.
Woodside, Laurel Park, and we're going to be heading over to Sherwood Forest.
All right, so let's go over to Sherwood Forest. Well, we're here at the, what I remember as the Sayreville Junior High School, but now it's Sayreville Middle School. For me, the importance of this here is where I began my transition over from Catholic private school to 7th grade over here at Sayreville Junior High School. And again, I will tell you, it's a little adjustment when you come out of the private school system into the public school and adapt to everything going on and different cultures and you know, how life goes in public schools here. But I think Alan remembers more about it. It was a blur to me in middle school here. The one person I think we'll all remember, Johnny G. John Gakowski, the vice principal. He was the disciplinarian, authoritarian. He'd be coming after you.
Short little guy, a little squirt.
Who lived down the street from us, really, down from the bakery down here. He was a neighbor. His
brother owned, two of his brothers owned
Sunglow.
Sunglow. This building opened in 1968. It's one of the largest poured concrete school buildings in the country when it opened. It has over 65 classrooms. Was built with a couple of shops over here, wood shop and metal shop. We used to have to do a rotation of wood shop, metal shop, drafting. They don't do that anymore, and that's a shame. That kids are not getting that well-rounded education anymore. We sure do need to be good carpenters.
You can always have a good job working with your hands. And
you come out of a little school like Steve, or I was even at Washington School, you're a big fish in a little pond, you go to being a little fish in a big pond.
Yeah, that's how you remember going into high school, you know, when you transition from here, going down here as we go to the high school. Again, as you become, I guess, 8th grade here, you're the big fish, then you go down here, you're just a little minnow. Till you work your way up to the top here toward
For me, this building was the best of times and the worst of times.
That was a good way to put it.
Because I loved the building and I loved the architecture of the building. I was in love with the building, but I hated a lot of what happened here.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't always some of the good things here. I can remember junior high school. For me, the high school years were the best.
And we're going to go down there right now.
Our day, Dr. Marie Parnell.
Yes.
And we all remember.
And she's still going strong, by the way.
Is she really?
Yeah. She's in her 90s and still travels.
Yep. Those are the years. 71 to 75 for me. You were graduated 74. I was
74.
Class 75. So let's roll down to Sayreville War Memorial High School, home of the Sayreville Bombers.